Complete and total darkness. The only sound you hear is that of your heart beating. You cannot see anything, but you can feel thousands of eyes staring at you through the darkness. Your palms sweating, your entire body shaking from a mixture of nerves and excitement. A bead of sweat rolls down the side of your face. Then, lights, and you begin to play. This is the experience almost every musician has to go through. My name is Connor Kelleher, and I was recently given the opportunity to experience this sensation when I filled in for the lead guitarist of an up-and-coming band in the California State Fair, thus achieving one of my lifelong dreams. Not everyone has had nor wanted the opportunity to play guitar in front of 500 people, but many of you most likely feel something at least slightly similar when you try to present a speech. If not, these feelings are very common in most people, and perhaps by learning about them, you might be able to help someone who is also experiencing the same feelings. The following is going to discuss my experience with communication apprehension, or as I like to call it, stage fright, and provide some tips I found useful for managing my stage fright. Stage fright is usually referred to as something that most people naturally feel, thus making it one of the biggest fears that people will experience. However, I find this not to be the case. And in my situation, stage fright, or communication apprehension, was not natural, and in fact, it was learned. Growing up, I was an actor. I was in all the school plays, and even in a movie. I loved the stage and really never felt nervous while performing, for the most part. However, all that changed my freshman year of high school when I was giving a speech of introduction for my first high school show, my foot got tangled up in the microphone cord, and I fell face first off the stage, bringing the microphone with me. Luckily, the microphone was okay. I, however, had a pretty big lip for the rest of the night. But beyond my fat lip, I also had developed some serious stage fright, and it became difficult for me to give any kind of speech from that point on. I was met with the dilemma of giving up something that I loved to do, or figure out a way to deal with this newfound stage fright. In my search, I have come across many ways to deal with my newfound fear. I actually accumulated a lot of useful tips, some of which I found have been able to help others get over their stage fright. The first thing I like to do when I feel the urge of stage fright is what I refer to as getting in the zone. This is best described as finding a quiet place or even just putting in some headphones and listening to music. After doing this, it is important to control your breathing. This is done by taking long, slow, deep breaths to expand your chest fully. In doing so, you can reduce your heart rate, which tends to steady your nerves quite a lot. I find that continuing this breathing technique all the way up to and throughout your speech really helps. The last technique that I found helps the most is remembering my mistakes. I like to remember about the time I fell off the stage, reminding myself that I've already done one of the worst things you can do while giving a speech. Therefore, there is no reason to worry. And others can think to themselves about how embarrassing it must have been for this guy to fall off the stage, and my speech cannot be that bad. I've discussed the story of how I developed my stage fright and revealed the 2 tips I learned that have really helped me conquer it. I hope that this breathing technique can help some of you in the future. And if all else fails, just remember the guy who fell off the stage. Getting over my stage fright allowed me to accomplish one of my dreams and open the door to many more. If you can overcome your stage fright, what could you accomplish?